what meditation really is beyond the myths. When people hear the word meditation, many still picture a familiar scene from movies, commercials, or social media. A person sitting in perfect silence, legs crossed in the lotus position, eyes closed, candles flickering, incense smoke floating in the air, soft ambient music, or Tibetan bowls playing somewhere in the background. It looks calm. It looks beautiful. It looks spiritual. But this image is only the outer decoration. It has very little to do with what meditation actually is. Real meditation doesn't require special poses, incense, silence, or mystical sounds. It requires just one thing: your attention. Meditation is not a ritual. It is not a performance. It is not an escape from life. Meditation is the training of attention, the training of the mind. It is a way of learning to notice what is happening inside us, instead of being unconsciously driven by endless thoughts, emotional reactions, and automatic behavioral patterns. Put very simply, meditation is the practice of presence. It is a practice that brings us back into reality, into this moment, while the mind constantly tries to drag us into memories of the past or worries about the future. At its core, meditation is like fitness training for the brain. No one is surprised when muscles grow through exercise. No one questions that the body becomes stronger and more resilient with consistent training. Yet for some reason, many people are surprised by the idea that calmness, clarity, focus, emotional balance, inner stability are also skills that can be trained, developed, and strengthened over time. When you see a person who stays calm in stressful situations, doesn't explode over small things, keeps their focus under pressure, and makes decisions from a place of clarity, this is rarely just a personality trait. Most often, it's the result of a trained mind. Meditation as a return to yourself. Meditation is a process of returning to yourself, to your real, natural inner state, the one that is usually buried beneath layers of stress, expectations, responsibilities, social roles, other people's emotions, and a constant noise of the external world. It is the ability to observe how your mind actually works. And observation creates choice, because you cannot manage what you are not aware of. You cannot change what you do not see. Meditation gives you this awareness. It is a tool, not mystical, not abstract, but practical. A tool that gradually changes how you think, how you feel, how you react, how you relate to yourself and to life. You stop merely existing. You begin to be present in your own life. Meditation is needed today. We live in an age of mental overload. Our brains now receive more information in a single day than people in the past received over weeks or even months. Phones, notifications, messages, news, social media, work tasks, deadlines, conversations, expectations. It is a constant stream of stimuli that demands attention, energy, and emotional response. And so a crucial question arises. What is left for you? What is left for your inner world when all your attention is consumed by external demands? Meditation is not about escaping the world. It is about learning how to live in this world without burning out internally. Meditation helps you reclaim inner space. It teaches you how to remain calm, clear, and grounded, even when everything around you feels unstable, fast, and unpredictable. Meditation helps, reducing stress. When you meditate, the brain shifts into calmer and more stable modes of functioning. The constant inner commentary begins to slow down. Tension you've learned to live with and even ignore starts to soften. Your nervous system finally gets permission to recover. Cortisol the stress hormone, actually decreases. This isn't philosophy, it's science, confirmed by numerous studies. Over time, you notice something subtle but powerful. A pause appears between stimulus and reaction. And inside that pause lies freedom. Freedom not to snap. Freedom not to panic. Freedom not to drown in emotions. Instead, you gain the ability to respond consciously. This feeling cannot be fully explained. It must be experienced. We live in a world that constantly fragments attention. Every few seconds, something pulls you away. A notification, a thought, a sound, a message, a new impulse. Deep focus has become rare, and therefore, extremely valuable. Meditation trains attention the same way physical exercise trains muscles. With consistent practice, you begin to notice. It's easier to stay focused. You enter tasks more quickly. Procrastination loses its grip. Thinking becomes clearer and more structured. Mental energy is used more efficiently. You stop being pulled apart by digital noise. You become internally steadier. Many people believe emotions are uncontrollable. Meditation shows otherwise. It teaches you to notice emotions at their earliest stage before they take over. You begin to sense anxiety before it spirals, irritation before it explodes, fatigue before it turns into burnout. Anger, fear, sadness, they stop being enemies. They become signals. Signals you can read, understand, and regulate. Meditation builds emotional immunity, a quiet strength that allows you to stay balanced even in difficult moments. For many people, sleep problems are not caused by the body, but by the mind. You lie down, and thoughts continue racing. Unfinished tasks, conversations, worries, plans, fears. Meditation helps the brain learn how to rest. It's like pressing an internal pause button. You fall asleep more easily. Your sleep becomes deeper. Waking up feels lighter and more natural. Meditation reconnects you with your inner signals. You begin to clearly feel what you truly feel, what you want, what you don't want, what drains you, what actually matters. Life becomes more conscious, more honest, more aligned with who you are. You stop living on autopilot. You stop reacting blindly to circumstances and other people's emotions. You come back to yourself. Meditation is not magic. It is a skill. And the most important part is this. It is available to everyone. You don't need to go to the mountains. You don't need special rituals. You don't need hours of practice. Just 2 to 5 minutes a day. A few minutes of silence you consciously give to yourself. Meditation works because the brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity means the brain can change and reorganize itself throughout life. Research shows that meditation strengthens attention-related brain areas, reduces activity linked to anxious rumination, improves emotional regulation, softens reactive patterns, enhances communication between brain regions. In simple terms, meditation makes the mind healthier, calmer, and more resilient. Meditation benefits everyone, but especially people experiencing anxiety or chronic stress, those who work intensely and feel overloaded, anyone seeking better focus and memory, people searching for inner balance, those with strong emotional reactions, creatives and thinkers, anyone who simply wants peace. Sometimes we don't need transformation. We just need a pause. Meditation is that pause. How to start meditating. Forget the idea that meditation is difficult. Sit comfortably, chair, couch, or floor. Close your eyes. Observe your natural breathing. Thoughts will arise. That's normal. Gently notice them and return to the breath. Start with just 2 minutes. That's enough. Meditation works gently and gradually, like morning light, at first almost invisible, then brighter, then warmer, you will gradually notice thoughts slow down, inner dialogue becomes quieter, the body relaxes, emotions become clearer, a sense of inner space appears, reactions soften, confidence grows from within. You begin responding from clarity instead of chaos, from calm instead of fear. It shifts your inner foundation. You notice irritation and pause. You feel anxiety and ground yourself. You choose instead of reacting. When you can manage your inner state, you can manage your life. Meditation reminds you, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your habits. You are the one who observes, chooses, and directs. Most people spend their lives running from feelings, from silence, from themselves. But in stillness, something essential happens. You meet your true self, not the roles, not the masks, not the noise. That meeting can quietly change everything. Meditation is not religion, not mysticism, not a trend. It is a tool that helps a human be human. Not for the concept, not for the words, for yourself. Even a few minutes, even simple breathing. These minutes are a gift to your attention, a gift to your inner world. And gradually, you will notice deeper breathing, slower thoughts, a relaxed body, softer emotions, clarity and lightness. Let meditation become your quiet refuge, a place of inner silence, even when the world is loud. Meditation is a return to simplicity, to the breath, to the moment, to yourself. Sparkles, if this video resonated with you, support it with a like and subscribe. Join our path of awakening. Let each day become a step toward clarity, calm, and inner freedom.